Welcome to Overwatch.
Welcome everyone to another Overwatch video. Tonight's video is about the new Symmetra update that just went out in the PTR. They released a bunch of new changes for her character, and it basically, she still has the teleporter and that kind of stuff, but it really changes who she is as a character. So I wanted to check those out and see how those changes play out in the game. I main supports, and Symmetra is one of the supports that I probably play the least. Let's go ahead and check out some of those changes. I have a little video queued up here. This isn't live, this isn't a live stream, but it's a video that I recorded earlier, and I'm going to talk my way through it, see how it goes. So to start off, one thing they added was the boop, the boop voice line for Symmetra, but it doesn't work. I don't know if that's a glitch or a bug in this particular menu, if it works in the game, but right now it's bugged, it doesn't work. So let's check out Symmetra. That's the new shield. I'm just going to pause for a second. That's the new shield that she has. So instead of casting shields in other players, she sends out this shield and it sort of moves forward. And that can be very advantageous in different kinds of combat situations. And so what's great about that is that your team can sort of move with it. And basically it keeps going until it's destroyed. There's a few things I've seen it sort of get caught on, like the payload, and a few other things where it just basically stops and sits there. I haven't figured out if that's a bug or not. But that's probably one of the biggest changes. Whole new ability for Symmetra. Now another thing you'll see is that you actually start with all 6 turrets ready to go. And so there's no sort of waiting for the setup time in the beginning. And you can actually have 6 charged and ready to go, and that makes it a lot better to sort of move from one area to the next. So if you kind of already have a Symmetra nest set up, you can actually sit there, charge 6 more, and then move that nest somewhere else. Here's that shield again in a more combat situation. As you can see, they're shooting. It's not going through my shield, and I'm able to get up close. Now apparently they also extended the range of her primary, just slightly. I couldn't really tell much of a difference, but that's what it looks like on screen. Now here's the ult. What's changed is, if you look on the little icon down here, there's actually 2 different icons. And so you have the regular teleporter, and that shows up as a little teleport symbol above the ult. But if you push your ult button again, it will actually switch to a different symbol. Now what that is that is a shield. And so when you use your ult, you get to choose between the shield or the teleporter. What the shield does, and I don't show a very good job of using this because it's a training match, but when you put this down, it basically creates this huge invisible bubble. No one can see it. And if you go within that range, you're basically awarded another 75 shields. So if you look at Symmetra right here, I now have another 75 shields. And there's also a bug in the game. I'm not sure, actually I'm not 100% sure if it's a bug or not, but it's definitely kind of messed up if this is true. But basically when you put that down, when you put the shield generator is what it's called. When you put the shield generator down, of course your own teammates can sort of walk into that area and they get shields, and it's huge. And the problem is that if they die and you spawn and you're still in that area, which happens a lot because it's so big, and obviously you want to put it sort of close to spawn-ish, so that way it's easily protected, it doesn't give them shields again. And your ult doesn't end, so it just kind of sits there. And you can't use it again, you can't charge another ult because it's not destroyed. So hopefully they'll fix that in the PTR. It's still PTR, so I'm not too worried. So basically if someone dies, they can come back to life, they can sort of walk into that. So instead of you putting the shields in individual players, it is an ultimate now, and it gives them 75 shields. Also the health gives a huge increase on the shield generator and the teleporter, and there's also shields on them, so if they take a little bit of damage, they can sort of regen that over time. So pretty advantageous. I think it's time to check out some real matches here, though. Let's see how this all plays out in an actual match. So here I am on Elios, I think King of the Hill, and normally I would think Symmetra. Why are you playing Symmetra on King of the Hill? But here I am, and so I'm setting up my little zone here where I'm going to be defending. And so I put 3 turrets, and of course using my charge shot a lot. And I'm trying to decide where I'm going to put my other 3 turrets. I think I put them down. Yeah, I put them down right here. And Diva just kind of runs through right there. Oh, look out for that ult. So there's just some kind of, there we go, I get my ult down. And so I'm trying to decide, do I want to use it now, or just do a couple charge shots and get some damage in here to help my team. So I decided to do a little bit of damage to help my team out. Got elimination right there. And so I decided to go with the shields. And yeah, you saw that shield on the Junkrat that went up right there. So I put down a shield because that will last, you know, the whole rest of the match if it doesn't get destroyed. You know, I don't want just 6 quick teleports here. I don't want him to take the hill, then destroy that, and then it's over. I wanted to give them shields now. So before my teammates even take damage, I'm already helping them. And here I am just doing a couple charge shots into the Reinhardt. And of course, Reinhardt's going to be a lot harder to use now if there's going to be more Symmetra. So I kind of look forward to that. There's another elimination. So I'm kind of looking forward to how these changes will affect other hero picks and the meta as a whole if Symmetra becomes a little more playable. This guy really comes after me this game and the next game. Maybe it's a different Genji actually. But he really comes after me. There he is right there. But as you can see, the range is pretty helpful. I was able to beat a Genji, so I felt pretty good about that. Now one thing I noticed is I really wasn't using her new shield that much, so there I am using it there. If I would have used it more directly at my opponent right there, let's go back real quick. If I had actually used it a little bit more straight on to McCree instead of into the side, I think that could have blocked his ult too. That would have been amazing. So like I said, that shield has a lot of potential. I think it has something like 2,000 health or something like that. So it's very powerful. And that is definitely something I need to work on using, but it's kind of weird. It's a brand new ability introduced to the game. And I hope it makes it past the PTR, because I liked it. It was a lot of fun to use. So we ended up losing the match. That's okay. My team really wasn't that good. Let's go ahead and check out another match. This one I do win. This is defense, so obviously people more familiar with Symmetra would see her on defense. So I decided to put some turrets down to defend the health, as well as some turrets back here, because I see a lot of Sombras and other characters trying to sneak around back in this area. So I put a few turrets down to sort of defend back there. And so I'm basically going to sit here, you know, do charge shots and try to take them out. So here I am taking on that Genji again. Like I said, very effective against Genjis. Once again, Genji's usually a pretty hard character to deal with, but if you have Symmetra, I mean, he's not as hard. So that's going to be interesting to see if a lot of people choose Genji with the Symmetra. So here I am with my ult again, and I think I go with the... I used the shield this time. I think I go with the shields again. So there I go. I got 75 shields. Where is it? Oh no, sorry, I went for the teleport this time. Because, you know, we're defending this point and we're on defense, so it's much harder to push forward. So you have to kind of choose which one works in the best situation. Teleporter, obviously much more defensive. Much more, you know, I know I'm going to defend this point and we want to get back here really quick. The shield, I think, is much easier to sort of put wherever you want. I mean, you can put it right outside your spawn and it just gives everyone a shield. So it's going to be much less likely to be destroyed. So that, I think, it sort of makes her more maneuverable. Mobile. Let's say mobile. You know, she could build up turrets faster, and now she has an ultimate that can actually sort of travel with you in a way. You know, you don't have to put it in oh, here's a pretty cool ult by that, but the Lucio kind of ruins it a little bit. But it was still fun taking these guys out. And here I was getting kind of scared. I was like, maybe if I could run away, maybe I can get the ult down, but I had no chance, so I just die here. So I almost had 2 ults there. 1 defense point. So they get through the defense point, and like I said, I fight this Genji a lot this match. I just like every time I took him out, I felt pretty proud about that. The support taking out the Genji. So I think I thought maybe we can contest it, so I put the teleporter down, but it's really already over. I just get destroyed here immediately. My shield helps me not die for like 0.2 seconds, but you know, they basically lose that objective, it's over. So here we are defending the last point. And they have 5 minutes here, so they took the second one pretty quickly. And here's the shields again. Boop, you see that person got 75 shields. All those guys got 75 shields. So as you can see, the range, let's go back and look at that real quick. I put it back here, and it was able to give shields to my friendlies all the way back there. So, you know, very, very good range, and now it's way back by spawn, and so that's going to make it much harder for them to destroy. And I think that's one of the reasons why we defend here pretty well. Once I put that down, they didn't make any more movements. And so what I do here, yeah, use the shield again, is I try to take over this part, this area, and I try to spread my turrets out a little bit more here. So I try to put them in all different directions, so when someone comes in, they can't just, you know, use one ability and destroy them all. And so here I am again. There's the Genji. Dude, me and this Genji were like big time rivals this match. He almost got me there, but my turrets were a little too much for him. Thought maybe I'd hide one in the little health pack right there. And so I'm sort of taking over this area again, trying to control the health pack. And I somehow survived this Zarya ult. I really don't know. But looks like we're under 4 minutes now left to defend. And there's a Symmetra, but I don't think I get her here. I don't get her. So still defending, doing a pretty good job now. I mean, like, we really weren't I really took control of that room, and with the help of my team, we were really able to push them back. And so now they're trying to push it a little bit further. We got about a minute and a half left, and I've almost got my charge for my ult again. I thought those were two cool little spots and I get another elimination here after the dragon. I don't know maybe they saw it or not. And so now I'm gonna hide this. I think this is kind of a bad location. I think putting it further back would be a good idea, but I did the shields again, and it's kind of funny. Right as I'm putting these down, Winston just falls out of nowhere right on top of me, and he runs away. And I get my turrets down, or one gets destroyed, and he comes back, and I'm able to take him out though. So that was pretty sweet, actually. So now we have less than a minute. I have shields up, so everyone on my team has an extra 75 health. Looks like we have some armor too from our Torb, and this is pretty ridiculous team makeup, by the way, right now. And we sort of fight it out in here, and I think I win this. Yeah, I win that little duel, but I end up getting taken out. And even so, there's 30 seconds left. Oh, there they go. They're destroying my shield generator. That's okay, though. And I think this is basically it. We get another pretty good ult there. I lay down some turrets on the payload. And I think that's about it for that match. There's one game I won, one game I lost. So I think I need to show off a little bit more of that shield, the one that she throws out. And I think it'd be interesting to see more offense. I'd like to try Symmetra more out on offense and see how that works out as compared to defense. So what else is going on? I actually don't remember what happened after this. Oh yeah, basically it's just going fast forward now. This was our attack on that same map. Pretty sure we lost as well. We weren't able to successfully attack on this map. So yeah, I'm really excited for these changes. I think it's pretty awesome. Actually, one of the coolest changes, which I don't think I show, I don't show in this video, I wish I would have got that. One of the coolest changes in the PTR right now, actually probably to me one of the best changes, is that when you're in a solo queue or whatever duo queue, players on your team can choose to stay in the group, and it basically forms them into a group automatically without having to send an invite. I think that's amazing. There's been tons of times where I'm like solo queuing or duo queuing, and we play with a really good team, and it's like, man, I wish I could play with that team again. Even if they aren't that great, like they just communicate well and they're just a little more chill. And like, man, I wish they could be in my group. But you kind of like, they're already kind of in a two-person group, and you don't really want to send that invite and scare them away. So it's just kind of a way you just click at the end of the match, let's group up. And if people agree, you join a group, and I think it's a great feature. I think it's really going to help out in the social aspect and the competitive aspect, everything. And I think it's going to be pretty awesome once that gets implemented I think that will definitely go through the PTR. It's an obvious one. And they also took out a few of the arcade matches. So now there's only 1v1 mystery duel, 3v3s, and the no rules one. So there's only 3 right now. They took out 2 of them. So kind of a bummer, but they're going to stick with the ones that people actually play. Otherwise, if you queue up, you're not going to get into a match. So I hope you enjoyed checking out this video. A little sneak preview of what could potentially happen to Symmetra in the final game, because of course, this is PTR, so anything could happen. Hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and check out my video on Sunday. Low Sodium is my stream. That will be every Sunday. I'm going to try to post that. So I'll see you guys then. Stay nostalgic, my friends.